Hello,
Hi.
and welcome to the very first episode of Umineko.
Yeah, the very first one. I've never played this game before.
Yeah, Mike's going in blind. I know what's going to happen. This is episode 3.
Yeah. That's a lot. Start. Let's read episode 3 again.
Again,
So,
we
yeah.
haven't read episode 3 yet.
No, let's read the Banquet of the Golden Witch
Oh,
thing.
yeah, we haven't read this yet, I thought.
I think we have.
No. Okay, I'll read it.
Alright.
Episode 3, Banquet of the Golden Witch. Good morning. I'm quite surprised to see you still haven't surrendered. Good job.
Wow.
Good job, Mike.
Yay.
The Golden Witch...
Wait, but I surrender right now.
Oh.
See ya.
Well, the Golden
Goodbye.
Witch has extremely high hopes for you. Have you figured out the structure of this world by now?
Yes.
You have no chance at victory unless you know the rules. Please enjoy your game with the witch to your heart's content. The difficulty level is equal.
to your heart's content.
Equal for both you and the witch.
Fuck you.
Oh, and something, I guess, remember how I said, fucking, the epitaph mystery, you have to solve it by the end of episode 4, because they solve it before the end of episode 6? I guess they don't solve it before the end of episode 6. So, you have to solve that by the end of episode 6, too.
Oh, epic.
Yeah, because, like, I thought that they solved it before the end of episode 6. Well, they solve it, but I thought that they told you what the solution was. But it's been a long time since I read it, so I guess that they don't tell you the solution until...
But they solve it anyways.
Well,
so
yeah.
they solve it off screen.
Well, yeah, the characters solve it.
That's
Yeah.
retarded. Alright.
Okay. Okay.
Alright.
I'm ready to start.
Me too. I'm gonna click it. Whoa. I clicked it.
I click...
This story is very obviously fictional and fantastic in nature. Any resemblance to existing individuals, organizations, locations, or incidents.
Is entirely coincidental.
Bullshit. Balor is Joker.
And Joker is real.
Mm-hmm. Mexican Joker.
Where are we now?
Where the... Yeah. Who is this?
Oh, I haven't got to
I
the
don't know.
words yet.
Weird. Are we in like a church?
Well, that's what you said at the end of episode 2.
Yeah.
You said
But,
this
like,
was
now-
the chapel.
Yeah, but now it looks like a different church.
The vase was very beautiful, rich with history and value.
I don't know who this is.
I know who it is, but I'm pretty confused because I don't have, it's not telling me, or maybe it will. It's just in yours the words are at the bottom of the screen, but in mine
Yeah.
it's written the same way. But maybe it'll still tell me who the characters are. System.
Maybe.
But I just realized that I should turn the Japanese voices off
Mm,
because I haven't done that yet.
good idea. Good idea. I'm gonna close my window really quick, actually.
Oh yeah, there we go. Voice minus.
Oh shit, I clicked. Whoops. There we go. Fixed it.
I didn't click. There we go. Voices are at 0. Okay,
Nice.
exit. Is there an option to show names? Change text box.
I don't think so. I think this is someone's like inner monologue, and I don't think those have names.
Okay. Okay, even as young as I was, it still forced me to take a deep breath when I witnessed its beauty. Of course, it was a member of Grandfather's favorite collection, so that I didn't accidentally destroy its fragile beauty. I was always given strict orders never to touch it. But that just made me want to touch it. It looked light, and yet so elegant that just glancing at it gave it an indescribable sense of dignity. I wanted to see what it felt like to touch a vase like that. However, just as Grandfather had said, it was a thing that shouldn't be touched. Something this beautiful should never be touched. Such beauty can only dwell in something so easily broken. Because of that, just the brush of a finger by someone like me would. Just like how a fun dream disappears with a poof when you wake up. It disappeared, fell, and broke into pieces. I realized that, because of my own foolish curiosity, I had done something that couldn't be taken back. No matter how much I regretted it, no matter how much I apologized, the broken vase would not be returned to its original form. Grandfather will probably scold me, probably very harshly. I ended up breaking into tears and sobbing, frightened. As I did, I noticed something beautiful. Lightly dancing golden butterflies were coming towards me.
I think it's Maria.
No, I know who it is. It's me.
Oh. It's who?
It's me.
Oh, okay.
As mysteriously glowing golden dots shone in the air, the butterflies began to gather one at a time. Oh, it's Beatrice. Beatrice, that reliable golden witch, had arrived.
What the fuck? Nah. Who the fuck is this?
It's Beatrice.
Nah.
The butterflies kept gathering until they formed a cloud, and then she was there.
What the frick?
She was always there for me. Whenever I was in trouble, she'd always appear and save me. Good day to you, princess.
Oh my god. Amazing.
Yeah. Beatrice. Wah, hick. Fuck. Oh my. Why are you crying so, and on a day so well suited for a tea party? I broke Grandfather's precious vase. Well, Grandfather's gonna get mad at me. I don't know what to do. Hick. I see. That is worrying. The master really treasured this particular vase, didn't he? Imagine how he'll punish you. Scares even me, Beatrice.
What the fuck? Nah.
Grandfather was a very frightening person. And when you failed to follow something he said even once, he would become so mad, with a rage that would make even the fallen angels in hell quiver. Since I knew that down to my bones, I couldn't do anything but tremble and cry. I possess no magic that can scoop up your fallen tears, princess. But if you need magic that will prevent the master from scolding you, I might be able to manage something. Really? Yes, if you'll be gracious enough to believe in my power, princess. The power of belief is the source of magic. Miracles only appear before those of great faith. I believe. I believe in your power, Beatrice. So please, fix this vase. Please. If that is what you want, princess, then leave it to me, Beatrice.
No.
When she extended her index finger, a golden butterfly softly landed there and changed its form into her favorite cane. But even that was enough to give me a small glimpse at Beatrice's wonderful and awesome magic power. She pointed her cane at the broken vase, and, just like a child's lullaby, she began speaking the magic words. Come, try closing your eyes, and try to remember. What form did you have? It was surely a very, very beautiful form. Please show me that form one more time. Were they words, or was it a song? No, it had to be magic.
Fuck you. It's not magic. Nah. I don't believe.
After all, can't you see? The pieces of the vase are rapidly gathering together, gently returning to the place where they had been on display, reassembling into their original form.
It was wires and glue.
Incredible. See? Now it's back to normal. This way you won't have to get yelled at by the master.
Oh, okay. What? What?
What?
What? What is going on?
Beatrice, you really are amazing. You can fix broken vases like it's nothing. That's not true. Returning something broken to its original form is a very, very difficult thing to do. My magic can only make it remember what it once was for a short time. But the vase really turned back to the way it was, right? Correct. But that doesn't mean the vase has avoided its fate of being broken. All I did was temporarily get the broken vase to remember its form before it broke. I have not yet attained the high level of magical power that might be used to restore a broken fate to its original form.
What is this, Sylvester the cat?
At that time, the high-pitched scream of a servant could be heard from inside the mansion. When I went to see what had happened, I noticed that several of the servants had gathered and were cleaning up the remains of the broken vase. From what they said, it seemed a black cat had sneaked in from somewhere and had climbed up on the vase, causing it to break. I understood the meaning of Beatrice's words. At the moment I broke the vase was broken. Beatrice let me see the vase being restored, but that was a temporary thing. It didn't mean she'd changed the fate of the vase being broken. And so, the vase remembered its true fate and broke. However, the one who broke it wasn't me, but a cat that had snuck in. That's right. Beatrice never said, "Let's fix the vase." She said she'd prevent the master from scolding me. The fate of the vase breaking hasn't changed, but the fact that I broke it certainly has. Beatrice cleverly saved me from danger with that magic. It is very easy to break something. After all, you didn't need magic to break that vase, Princess. Then, is fixing stuff really hard? It is. It's so hard that you broke down crying, unsure of what to do. Does that mean magic is easier to use when doing terrifying things? That breaking and killing is really easy, but fixing and reviving things is really hard? That's right. With magic, it is far easier to break and kill. That's why weak witches lose to temptation and become intoxicated with gathering easy power for themselves, neglecting their true magical training. Real magic is the power to repair, to revive, to summon happiness that has disappeared, to summon love that has grown cold. And it can even summon a smile to the face of a princess who has forgotten how. Then, Beatrice, since you managed to fix that vase, does that mean you're an incredible witch? My days of trading are far from over.
After all, I couldn't make the vase forget its fate for even an hour. I'm sure my teacher, who taught me magic, would have been able to restore the vase to its original form forever.
So, if it kept breaking and breaking, she'd be able to fix it over and over again?
Yes, when one reaches that level, they are considered to be an endless witch. That is the endless level that all witches ought to reach. We offer the utmost respect to those witches, and call them by that title.
An endless witch.
That's right. To witches with the power to mend things endlessly, the concept of breaking doesn't even exist. They are released from all the sadness caused by losing things, and are promised eternal bliss.
Certainly, the human world is full of sadness caused by separation and loss. To escape that sadness, people pray to gods and ask for the power to withstand their sadness, believing it to be a test. In other words, a human's life is a journey, searching for a way to withstand sadness. In that case, a witch who could revive all things would be freed from all sadness in the world. Simply put, that would mean eternal bliss. I wonder if I could become a witch like you, and gain eternal happiness.
You, princess? Ho ho ho, it is a long, long, difficult path, you see.
I want to become a witch. I want to find happiness. Beatrice, I want to become your disciple.
Do you have even a trace of doubt in that feeling?
No. I want to become a witch too.
I understand. Then, until you get tired of me, I will make you my disciple. Will you call me teacher?
Yes, teacher.
That's a good answer. Then from now on, learn the depths of magic along with me. I am also in training. Let us both learn the proper use of magic, doing our best to reach that blissful level.
Yes, teacher.
Nah. Who is this princess, dude?
The princess.
Who is this princess?
The princess.
Who is this princess? Is this Princess Beatrice?
No, Beatrice was the chick with the blue hair.
Nah. What the fuck?
Ah, a dream. That face takes me back. An endless witch, was it? That rank I'd yearned for in the past as the highest possible achievement was now just another one of my titles.
What the fuck?
No, you might even call it my calling card.
Why?
Every once in a while, being called that can be quite satisfying. I trained so many days to achieve that rank. It'd be a bit of a waste if I never got a chance to appreciate it.
She's so different.
She shook her head lightly. If it's the highest possible level, that means there's nothing higher. An eternal dead end, the beginning of eternal boredom. I remember what teacher told me. When one is released from all sadness, it is the same as eternal bliss. That's what makes me think that teacher couldn't ever have reached that level. Eternal bliss means eternal boredom, and that's the beginning of eternal torture. But it all depends on how you look at it. Eternal boredom is the same as a sketchbook that doesn't run out of pages. It means you can draw whatever you want, can try to have as much fun as you want. Boredom is the worst sort of poison, which kills all witches. Even those great witches are given the title Lady, fear it. It's the eternal poison that tortures them because of the eternal bliss they've reached.
Yeah.
Now that I've earned the name of Endless Witch, I truly wish I could speak with teacher again. Is happiness really what lay at the end of our training?
And just what is happiness? I wish I could talk with her about that now. Training has no end. When you think you've reached the eternal level, that's exactly the time to bemoan your own immaturity. I recall those words as though she'd answered me directly. I see. So I'm immature, am I? How amusing. How truly amusing. The sound of painfully shrill laughter rang out. It was coming from my furniture. What, did they break their toy again? Beatrice! This guy stopped moving again! Fuck.
There's so many. You don't even... I wouldn't even worry about their voices. Just make up a fucking voice on the spot.
And I haven't had nearly enough fun yet. What a pathetic man. But I haven't gotten a chance to play at all yet. Let me play! Let me play! Fuck. Be silent. Be silent, filth. If you keep devouring him like starving dogs, of course he'll keep breaking right away, no matter how well Beatrice fixes him up. You broke him the most, Satan. You just don't know what holding back means. My apologies, Beatrice. Please forgive my stupid little sisters. Fix him quickly! I'm next! I'm next!
Fuck.
Shut the fuck up!
Yeah, pretty much.
Must you keep up that infernal racket? Eep!
All of them at the same time.
A single yell was all it took to make the noisy sisters of the Seven Stakes vanish. All they do is mess around, having as much fun as they want breaking him. They only come to me to clean up afterwards. Truly, this furniture never leaves me bored. Once the furniture hid themselves, all that remained was a sloppy mess, the last remnants of a broken toy. It had no form anymore.
Battler, no!
It's hard even for me to remember its original form in this state. Better to make it remember for itself, perhaps. Oh well. I waved my golden pipe. Then I spoke. I chanted. I made it remember. Come, try to remember. What form did you have? After all, right now, you pretty much look like a huge lump of scrap meat. I've no idea which part is your arm and which is your leg. Unless you remember, I won't even be able to recall your face. By the power of magic, the pitiful pieces of meat began to remember what their form had been. Which part should go with which part, and where should join with where. That's right, just like that. No, you should be a finger on the left hand. That's the right hand. That's it. Good. Good morning. Have you woken up, Ushiromiya Battler? How ironic that your true nightmare begins after you awaken.
No! Ow.
If you would just accept that I am a witch, you'll quickly wake up from this nightmare and I'll send you to heaven. I am the king of Mount Purgatory. There's no escape from this hell without my approval.
You call this hell? That's just useless. That's all useless. Fuck.
I'm impressed you can still talk like that after experiencing the pain of death not once like any normal human, but more times than I could count with all of my fingers. This is why I never get bored. I never get bored of you.
Yeah, no boredom problem here. After all, I get my pick of those massive... Massive tit nachans with the dazzling asses in my harem. Thanks to harem.
Harem.
That's what harem.
Okay.
Thanks to that, I'm not likely to get bored for a while now, because I look at them while they rip my penis off.
That's splendid. Otherwise, I would get bored too. So, my furniture, I fixed him so you can play as much as you want.
Thank you very much. Kyaha, all mine. I told you, your turn's over. I'm next. Get away from him. Wah.
Wah.
Wonderful, isn't it, Battler? Look how popular you are.
Look.
Popular guys have it rough. Get in line, freaks. You can't all rip my dick off at the same time.
If you just stayed obedient instead of acting tough, this would go much easier. Nah, he's good like this. His screams feel so much better. Okay, let's not break him so quickly this time. Did you all hear me? You aren't running this show. Battler. Let's continue where we left off, okay? After they locked Jessica's room with the master key, how did they return the key to the corpse's pocket, which was inside the room?
Fuck, I was not ready for this. Well, maybe. That's it. They used a fishing line or something. That's fucking retarded. Battler, you should just stop. Leave the thinking to me. That's it. They used a fishing line or something, sending just the key into the room through the crack of the door.
Yeah. Wrong. So naive. Of all of the doors that exist on Rockanjima, none has a crack through which a key can slip. He was wrong, right? Okay, this time it's me, my turn. Where should I strike?
My dick.
Me, back of the hand.
Ow, my hand.
No fair. Okay, then I've got the back of his other hand.
Ow.
I'll take the tip of his nose.
Ow, motherfucker.
Why? Let me do it too. Let me strike too. Wah.
Ow.
Don't be so slow, Leviathan. We've always done first come, first serve. Okay, I'll take the top of his foot.
Ow, my foot.
Wah, me too. I'll take his shoulder, okay?
Ow, my shoulder. Your sister's right. Play nice with each other, okay? Ow, fuck, ow, not my dick again. Ow.
I can't believe you're still resisting. Why haven't you realized that your false courage actually gets us fired up?
Sorry, but false courage and being stubborn are my specialties. No matter how you all try to confuse the issues, I definitely will accept witches' magic.
Even though you can't explain anything with human tricks? Are you stupid?
Are you?
Know your place.
Ow.
It's okay. We don't have to force him to accept it. Soon, he'll want to accept it so hard he'll start crying. Even now, he really wants to kneel down on the ground pitifully and beg our forgiveness.
Actually, no. I don't even want that. That's how it sounds when Balor dies. Again.
He's broken already? Beatrice! Fucking Christ. They break him
They ask him one question and they fucking kill him when he gets
Yeah,
around.
that's fucking retarded. It should be like each one asks him a question, and then it's like Hangman.
Yeah.
Like, just play Hangman with them.
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple. Hangman, but with questions.
Ah, well.
And these people don't even know how to play games, dude.
Since they know I can revive him over and over, my furniture won't even hesitate to break him. Good grief. Giving eternal rebirth and eternal death at will. Before the endless witch Beatrice, all death and life has no meaning. Even death can't become the key to escape from my cage. Come, battler. Remember your original form again. I'll toy with you to my heart's content, understand? I see. How truly pleasant to have a toy to play with for all eternity. Ah, could this be the endless bliss witches gain at the endless level?
No, you're wrong.
I see. Yes, this bliss certainly is amusing.
Beatrice actually retarded.
I'll revive you over and over, kill you over and over. Let's see, what kind of murder play will unfold on the next game board? Come, bring it in. Let the next game begin, Ushiromiya Battler.
Hey, that's pretty cool. But yeah. Damn, dude. So the witch Beatrice used to be actually a pretty okay person, but then now, once she's became aka Endless Witch, aka achieved Nirvana, fucking Buddhist monk Beatrice.
The Buddhist monk Beatrice?
Yeah. So she stayed in Nirvana instead of coming back down like Gautama did.
Like Obama did?
Gautama.
Who's that?
It's Buddha.
Oh, Buddha is Gautama?
Yeah, he's like, so Gautama is like a prince, and then he's like, oh shit, there's like a prophecy where it's like he'll either be like a great king or a great Buddhist monk, and he fulfilled the Buddhist monk part because his father tried to get him to not do anything, but then he experienced like death and sickness and all that shit. He like saw it happen to other people. So then he couldn't enjoy the orgies.
He was going to have an orgy?
Yeah. But he couldn't enjoy it.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Also, I'm just at a black screen right now. Oh, my game crashed.
You're on a black screen?
Yep. My game crashed.
Oh, a video was supposed to start.
Well, that's not what happened. Alright, I'll open it up again.
Okay.
Here, maybe we can do the video. Shit, I swear to God. We're in episode 3, right?
Yeah, episode 3.
I'll turn the audio down a little bit. There we go. Episode 3. Episode 3. So I'm gonna have to skip through all of this.
Yeah, just skip through it all.
Is there a faster way to skip?
It's control.
Control. Would that skip the cutscene though?
I hope that it just doesn't crash this time.
Do 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 do
Do do do do
do.
do 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 do.
Oh my god. All these fucking sound effects. Holy shit, there's so many sound effects. Looking at it and fast forward is kind of, it feels dumb.
What?
Whoa, video time!
What?
Whoa! I'm watching the video now.
What?
I'm watching the video now.
Oh, you got the video, it worked. I told you it'll work the second time.
Yeah. It's the same thing that happened with you and Jessica.
Yeah.
Like her show.
Yeah. So yeah, you watch that video, do some commentary. I'm already at Rudolph. Rudolph's gonna say something.
Dude, okay, so I think it's gonna be like, it's focusing on the adults now. Because we focused on the kids for like the last two. Now it's going to be all the adults and the businesses.
Yeah, it focused on the kids for the first episode a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And the second episode, it was more...
This video is fucking awesome.
Yeah, the second episode was more like the... fucking... the relationships between the kids and the servants.
Whoa. This is epic, dude. Whoa. This video is so well done. This is like my favorite video ever. Like, what the fuck? How come the other videos weren't this good?
Well, because they didn't want to spoil anything.
Well, but they're not spoiling anything, though. Oh my god, it's a wine bottle. A cask of Amontillado. One thing that's been bugging me, though,
What?
is fucking how they were talking about, like, the witch's epitaph being in a physical location.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me angry. Or
Why?
anxious. Because I don't want it to be in a physical location, dude. That's dumb. In the real world, nah.
I don't know why that makes you angry. Especially
me
now,
angry.
I just gave you more time to solve it. You can solve it by the end of episode 6 now.
Wait. What do you mean? You gave me more time to solve it?
Yeah, right at the beginning of this episode, that's like the first thing I said.
Physical location?
No, I'm giving you more time to solve it because they don't tell you what the solution is until episode 7. And I thought that it was earlier.
So are you confirming for me that it is a physical location?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Alright.
I'm just saying I'm giving you more time to solve it. So no matter what the answer is, you have enough time to solve it. And I've seen people solve it halfway through episode 3. The one that we're on right now.
Alright, well, that's gonna be
In
me.
English.
Count me.
Because that's the thing. They've solved it in English, and some people are like, oh, you need to know Japanese, but you don't need to know Japanese.
Cool.
You can solve it. I think if you want to solve it before the midway point of episode 3, then you probably have to know Japanese. But they pretty much tell you any Japanese you would need to know, which is like very little, like a couple things. They tell you that like midway through this episode.
Okay. I'll keep my eye open for that.
Because a lot of the puzzle part in the original story was in English already.
Okay. Okay. Cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be one of those people to solve it halfway through. I'm gonna do it, or by the end of episode 3. I'll think about it.
Okay.
All right. But yeah, I'm at Rudolph right now, so I'm gonna read.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Let me just get in the mindset of Rudolph. Okay. Taking cocaine all the time, selling drugs. That's my own business. That's what Rudolph does.
Yep.
Rudolph's a mafia boss. Alright, got it. Dang! Too bad Veronica hates cigarettes so much. Oh shit, they're smoking cigarettes. Hell yeah, dude.
Sorry. She's been pretty grumpy since last night. Please don't hold it against her.
Is this Balor?
I'm not sure. You start as Battler, and then we'll see if it's not Battler.
Yeah. Rudolph and Hideyoshi went out onto the deck and took out some cigarettes.
It wouldn't be, because if it was Battler, it would say like Rudolph and Uncle Hideyoshi. That's one way to tell.
Rudolph and my dad. My dad
and Uncle Hideyoshi or something.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you
Okay.
do
it. Fuck.
What?
What?
Are you... What? I'm confused.
I'm trying to think of a voice.
Isn't this just narration voice?
No.
Whose voice? What?
Well, yeah, that's the narrator's voice.
Let's just go to
What?
voice.
Goda's
voice.
I'll just do the narrator's voice, but with they can't say their R's, their W's instead.
Kermit the Frog here.
Rudolph and Hideyoshi went out into the deck and took out some cigarettes.
That's good. That's good voice.
It's just my voice, but with W's instead of R's.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like ooh speak, which is retarded, but it works here.
Ava had always hated the smell of cigarettes, but when she was in a bad mood, she got even more sensitive to them. When they decided to smoke casually until they reached the island, the two of them had gotten yelled at and chased out onto the deck. Hideyoshi tried to use his lighter, but the strong winds gave him some trouble. Rudolph took out a Zippo with a smooth gesture and let Hideyoshi borrow the flame.
When did you start smoking cigarettes, Hideyoshi? You know those cause cancer!
Just after the war. In the beginning, I was rolling them.
What the fuck? There was a war? Which war? World War II? Hideyoshi fought in World War II?
Maybe.
What the fuck?
But he would be fucking 50-something then, right? 50?
He looks pretty old.
Yeah.
Maybe he was like a kid.
Yeah, he might have been like 18.
Oh shit, he could have been a kamikaze pilot, but never got the chance.
No, because Kinzo was in World War II. Remember?
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
He's way
that
older. He's way older than Hideyoshi. They talked about that in the first episode. It said
but I don't
Kinzo.
remember.
Oh. Well, I remember.
No.
Then I started using what I sold. Wahahaha.
So you were already smoking when you met Aniki. Bet she's always telling you to stop.
I never listened to her, so she's already completely given up on that. Men gotta be stubborn times like these. Hideyoshi laughed haughtily, but Rudolph snickered. After being scolded by Ava, they'd escaped to the deck together with their tails between their legs. There was little doubt who had gotten her way in that exchange.
That implies that Ava did.
Is this Hideyoshi?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the fucking thing, but it's a little different. It doesn't tell me who it is
Dang.
still. I have all the new
That's
sprites and the voices and everything, but...
No, I think there's an option. There's an option, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I asked...
Like when you start it up.
Oh, when I started up, it just asked me whether it was in English or Japanese. And then it told me a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, there was all that stuff that never shows up again. You have to choose it then.
No, there wasn't anything to choose. It just said click here to continue.
I think that's like options or some shit.
Well, yeah, it was telling me about the options, but it just said click here to continue. There wasn't options on it. She isn't usually so short-tempered. In fact, she's usually a more gentle, quiet woman. Every year, she changes when this day comes.
Is that so? To me, she looks just like the Aniki you've always known so long.
That's just it. She's back to being Ava of the Ishiromiya family, but that ain't the Ava I know.
Well, I know when she's grumpy. This family conference is gonna be a pain. I'm gonna get like all the money.
Cause I'm gonna kill everybody else.
I'm gonna kill everybody. Everyone's dead.
Got that right. There's that plan to threaten money out of Kraus. We may call it a family conference, But it's gonna be just a sibling fight at this rate.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
Before the family conference, 3 of the siblings had made a secret pact without Kraus. They were all facing urgent situations and needed a lot of money fast. And the only one they could turn to was Kraus, who spoke for the Ushiromiya head now that Kinzo spent his time shut up in the study. For a long time now, they'd vaguely sensed that Kraus was taking advantage of the fact that Kinzo had lost interest in his own wealth. And they suspected that he'd started embezzling that wealth to suit his own purposes. Despite being disgusted by this, they turned a blind eye to it while everything was still going smoothly for them. But now that they needed money, they really couldn't afford to let it slide. Ava had asked Rudolph and Woza to form an alliance, and they were now scheming to take that money away from Kraus. Rudolph, both you and I are company presidents. We're responsible for the livelihood of our employees.
Rose is a president too. Well, as a hobby. She isn't really serious though. Women.
That's right, sorry. Basically, we've all got responsibilities.
Now that I've thrown down the gauntlet in front of the executive board, I've gotta bring in the money. Even if it means getting down on my knees or drinking mud, which I don't know why I'd have to do that for a business. Hypotheticals.
Same here. I can't betray the employees who've trusted me and followed me for so long. That's why I need to get some money out of Kraus, even if I have to grab him by the neck.
That's pretty violent. I don't think that'd solve anything. Aniki and Aniki have always been at each other's throats, and now she's got to challenge Aniki head on. It's no wonder she's on edge.
So, Ava really has had a bad relationship with Kraus since long ago?
Yup, it was pretty bad. Hasn't she talked about it? They were always at each other's throats. He once put gum in her hair, and she never recovered. It's still in there to this day.
She never talks about the past, even if I ask. She probably doesn't want to remember.
Well, she's always been brainy and shrewd. Her grades were good too. Compared to that, Aniki was just average. He's pretty fucking retarded, actually. The simple fact she existed would have been pressure enough, but she kept boasting about it and driving him into a corner.
That fool. Why drive him into a corner so openly? I'd hardly call that shrewd.
That's the cancer sticks. No kidding. Aniki regretted being born a woman. She probably couldn't forgive Aniki since he was chosen to succeed the head just because he was a man. She'd always boasted Dad, letting him see that she was better at every little thing, including being a man. Remember when she went transgender that one time? That was a good phase.
Father really is an old-fashioned person. Gender discrimination was part of his system of values. I'll bet Ava's eagerness to prove herself made him dislike her a bit. That's why Rudolph's voice sounds like that, is because he smokes all the fucking shit.
Exactly, I have a hole in my throat!
Okay. Wouldn't you say schooling for a woman is like sugar in black tea? The taste is dull and flat without it, but too much ruins the whole thing. Holy shit.
Since you can
Sexist.
Since you can still drink black tea without sugar, he was in effect saying that there was no need for women to study. Those infuriating words were what... Oh shit, this is Ava.
Oh. Damn. Oh. Those infuriating words were what Nissan hurled at me in my despair when I asked to go to college only to be denied by father.
I protested that I needed to build up proper dignity and education as the oldest daughter in the Ushiramiya family, making college an essential next step. I was going to study anthropology. But when it came down to it, father and Nissan's answers were exactly the same. How conceited for a woman. I've never taken the Ushiramiya family name lightly. Not once since I was born into it, and I've been even more careful not to take my father's name, Ushiramiya Kenzo, lightly. Our family is an old one, with many traditions, but it lost its wealth and businesses in the Great Kanto earthquake, pushing it to the brink at one point. That was when father took control of his ingenious talent, reviving it to be even greater than it had been before. Not once did I forget I was the daughter of that great Ushiramiya Kenzo. That's why I always made every effort to become worthy of that name. I needed dignity worth of the Ushiramiya family, schooling, manners, and leadership. Even if I couldn't quite reach father's level, I deepened my knowledge in economics and finance, trying to improve myself so I could be of use to him at any time. However, in the end, father never acknowledged my efforts. To father, a woman was only meant to support a man, and nothing further than that was permissible. When was it that I came to understand that? It may have been as early as my childhood years, but I was going to have to wait until I grew up before I could truly accept it. Compared to me, you couldn't have said that Kraus, my older brother of 2 years, worked hard at all to become deserving of the Ushiramiya family head name. He told me many times since my early childhood that he would naturally succeed father, simply because he was born a man. He kept on repeating that, as though it formed an uncrossable gap between us. But not now, since I could kill him. I couldn't stand it, even though I always got better grades than Nissan. Even though I became class president when he ever managed more than vice president. Even so, Nissan was considered to be the appropriate successor to the Ushiramiya family just because he was a man. Ow. Of course, you could find gender discrimination everywhere in those days. No, it was even considered a virtue in that era. During that despicable time, people said that when a woman is born, she obeys her parents. When she gets married, she obeys her husband. And when she gets old, she obeys her children. But I don't have any children. Not anymore.
What about George?
I killed him.
Okay.
But that was exactly why I wanted to turn that on its head. Innocently, I kept trying to prove that I was the most fit. However, I eventually realized that all my efforts had been doomed from the beginning.
Wouldn't you say that schooling for a woman is like sugar in black tea? The taste is dull and flat without it, but too much ruins the whole thing. Women should not be smart, ha 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 ha, but they are, fuck.
At least it can be. What do you mean by that, Nissan?
Just as there are roles that only men can fill, there are also roles that can be filled by women. Correct? I do believe giving birth to children, raising them, and supporting the master of the house are roles that can only be filled by women.
Are you trying to say there's no need for women to work or study?
I wouldn't go that far. Talking to an unskilled woman is tiring and nothing more. However, women are even more tiring when they're too smart. I do believe that a woman as violently assertive as you would bring no end of hardship to her future husband.
Are you trying to say that a woman has to marry and hide in the shadow of her husband? That's none of your business.
Though you're my younger sister, I can look up to you for the respect you hold for father and your desire to become a daughter worthy of him. Even I am capable of feeling respect for such noble sentiments.
That's just disgusting. What's this about noble sentiments? I'd call that flowery prose coming from you. Are you pretending to be the head already?
The decision that I should succeed the headship has been established from the very beginning. And yet you seem to be laboring under the illusion that you might become the head, hence the useless and reckless efforts you've experienced thus far.
Reckless efforts? Is it really that bizarre for me to say I want to go to college?
Yes, it is bizarre. You undoubtedly are the oldest daughter of the glorious Umineko family. One day you will support that family crest by being wed to the partner most valuable for father. However, excessive learning is not what's being asked of you. What you need are gentle feelings that will allow you to care for your husband, the ability to handle the housework, and a humble demeanor that will reflect well on the master of your household. These are skills you lack utterly. In the end, can you really call yourself a suitable daughter of the Ishimi family?
I have no intention of being some secluded lady. I just want to become the person most capable of assisting father with his work.
Then shouldn't you do something in the manner benefiting an Ishimi family daughter, like studying magic? What is it with you? You're still mannish, even at your age. And you've never learned how to wear makeup in a way that will please man, much less how you cook and do housework. I hear you've even been learning how to brawl. What the fuck?
Yeah, she knows a whole bunch of different, like, martial arts.
That was established first episode.
Mm-hmm.
The martial arts aren't brawling. They're a perfect way to train and discipline the mind. And when it's needed, I take more than enough care to act as a woman should. What are you trying to say? That women should be slaves who work for men? So I mustn't be so forward?
Isn't it elegant to say it out loud? But I think a few unpleasant words are necessary in order to correct your mistake. So let me say it plainly. Women exist to serve men, and men exist to provide for women. A woman's job is to protect a man's back. Oh, fuck. To protect his house and raise his children. Most women realize this without being told. They realize that on their own. But even after all these years, you still haven't realized that about yourself. So I've decided to clear away the misunderstanding for you before you leave this family. You ought to thank me. I am actually the greatest person alive.
This is an insult to all women. No, wait, I've never thought of myself as a woman, and I've never depended on anyone because I'm a woman. How am I inferior to you, Nissan? In grades and accomplishments, in everything, I'm better. So, how can you look down on me when you have nothing I lack, except for the fact that you're a man?
It's about knowing one's place. Every day I've been raised with the readiness of one who will be head. In the future, that preparation will surely become essential. But you are different. Even though you will marry and lose the Ushiyumi family name, you are being trapped by this unnecessary illusion. What's your complaint? Even if you had been born a man, the successor of the headship still probably wouldn't have been you. Why are you so unsatisfied that you insist on attacking me, even now?
What's my complaint, you say? Nissan, you're always like that. Looking down on me because you'll succeed the head. Even though...
What's my complaint, you say? I've got a billion of them. Grudges, hard feelings, humiliations that I'll never forget. Keep floating through the back of my mind.
So he's just fucking upset that fucking Ava's better than him. So that's why he's an asshole to her.
What does it say? He just says, he doesn't necessarily say that about Eva. But yeah. They all built up at the same time, coming out of my throat as a shameful moan. Shit, I forget his voice. What's all this noise?
Yeah, that's
God
it.
isn't the only one who holds silence as a virtue. Father? Father. Wait, that's not her voice. Fuck.
He'd probably overheard our sibling fight. Father entered with a clearly unhappy face.
Gross. Are you fighting with your siblings again? Why don't you have the dignity to act as a leader for your brother and sisters? How shameful. I'm embarrassed to hear this from my eldest son. In a flash, he what?
In a flash, he struck Krause's face. I readied myself to be struck in the same way, but I wasn't hit because you shouldn't hit a woman.
My apologies, father. Ow, my fucking face, you bitch. Then dignity isn't the only thing you lack. There's much more. Your penis size. You're immature in everything, and even so, you pretend like you're an adult. Realize that it's 100 years too early for you to talk like that and devote yourself to your studies. Don't make me lament my son's incompetence anymore. Yes, I will continue to strive so that I can become a person worthy of succeeding you, father. It was as if those words were directed at me. Even when he was being yelled at by father, he was still bragging to me about how he was special, about how he was the successor. I couldn't stand it, and finally spoke what was on my mind, even though I realized that it would be improper for a member of the Ushirimiya family to do such a thing. Father, please tell me how I'm inferior to him. I've tried so hard, studied so hard to become a person who won't bring shame to your name. Please tell me how I'm inferior. How can I improve myself enough to earn your acknowledgement?
That again. How many times do I have to say it before you'll understand? I expect nothing from you. Women should be women and just learn how to cook and sew. You aren't prepared at all as a woman. In you, I don't see a trace of the mindset needed to serve one's husband, to earnestly devote oneself to a man's needs. Like sex. What good are you as a woman? Don't you realize that you're a daughter of the Ushiyumiya family? And yet, you only want to learn things so that you can act like a man. Your duty is not to imitate Kraus. Don't you even understand your own duty?
As a member of a Ushiyumiya family.
The fuck?
Hmm?
Give me a second.
What?
Okay. Okay, I can read now. That's it. That's where you're already wrong. Your duty is to marry one of the family and bring me a man who is profitable to me. And then you will devote yourself to your husband, give birth to children, and multiply you through mitosis. Be a good wife who brings praise to your husband's family. Just what is it that you can do to please a man? Do you think you can make tea? Do you have any talent in cooking? You have nothing. All you've done is try to mimic Kraus, haven't you? Kraus will succeed the Ushiyumiya family. If you are unsatisfied with that, then you are disobeying me. Are you saying you'll refuse to listen to what I say, even though you're my daughter? Get out. You're disinherited. I won't let you call yourself an Ushiyumiya. Disinherited. Disinherited.
Father, hang in there. Please calm down. Ganji, could you bring some water?
Yes.
Fucking Genji was there the whole fucking time.
Yep.
Immediately.
Ava, leave this place. He doesn't mean what he says. Actually, he does. I will calm him down.
Disinherited. Oh. Disinherited. If you won't listen to me, you're disinherited.
It sounds like his health was already pretty bad when they were teenagers.
Yeah, I don't think he should be drinking that much absinthe.
Father was coughing pretty badly, and Nissan patted his back, as if it was a duty that was naturally his.
What? He's just patting his back. Oh my god. Don't antagonize him in every single way.
It was so vexing for me to let him take the duty all for himself right then. If I carelessly approached Father at that moment, then I would probably be the one to get hit next. However, I fearlessly tried to approach Father's back. Genji blocked me.
Ava, perhaps it would be better if you stepped outside for now. The master is not in a good mood today.
But...
Why are my children so incompetent? Kraus is lacking dignity. Ava is always a stubborn tomboy. I have no son who's like a man, and not even a daughter who's like a woman. Where did I go wrong raising them? Why, Genji? When and where did I go wrong?
Master, you haven't done anything wrong. Kraus has grown into a sturdy son, and Ava into a lovely daughter. You haven't made any mistakes.
How can you say that? What's so lovely about her? Far from a lady, she's always acting like a man. Disinherited. Disinherited.
Father, that's just what I'm always telling Ava. Ava's promised that she will have a change of heart and act like a lady. Couldn't you postpone that decision for a little longer?
Who's a lady? I see no lady. Disinherited. Disinherited. Go. quickly and leave this to me. Oh. Go look and leave this to me. Cross gave me a look telling me that.
When he gives looks, it's still his voice, though.
Yeah, it's weird. She's heard it.
He gives looks at his...
What the fuck, dude? That's fucking weird. Did I take the wrong path? Just like Father and Nissan said. True, I never studied how to be a lady. Everything I've learned was done in the hopes that I could help Father someday. But is that really true? Haven't I always haven't I always been trying to compete with Nissan, with whom I've had a bad relationship with since I was a young girl? Because I wanted to steal his position as successor and show him a thing or two. Every chance he gets, Nissan tells me that men should be manly and women should be womanly. I've been tormented by this unfair discrimination just because of my gender. She starts crying and breaks down into female hysteria right then and there, proving that she is a woman. Something people are born with and can't do anything about. I resisted, endeavoring to this very day to study and prove that I'm not inferior, despite being a woman. But doesn't that mean my love of learning comes entirely from a stupid complex I've got against Nissan? That's interesting. Father wanted me to become a lady with whom he could go out in public and not be embarrassed. Did I betray his hopes, earning good grades and threatening Nissan just to satisfy a childhood resentment? Yes. Or no. Or maybe. Or both. Whoa! Young Ava. That's not it. You swore to me saying I will become the successor to the Ushiyumiya family. Wait. Oops. I read that. I think I read your line.
My line?
Oh well. Yeah.
Wait, why did you... Which one's my line?
That's not it, you swore to me.
Why would it be my line?
I think it's Beatrice. Because my name's not over top of it.
I think it's young Ava.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, you're young Ava now. You get a new
What?
character. I'm giving you a new character.
What?
You're young Ava.
Oh, no. There's two. It's gonna be the same voice anyways.
Okay.
The one whispering to me was the me of my years as a young girl, born inside my heart on that day I made that oath. That's right. She was my only ally. When things got difficult, when I felt like I was about to get crushed by it all, she would always quietly appear and support me. When I ran into roadblocks and despaired, she would always appear and support me. When I grew up and the memories of my childhood years faded, I also started to forget my conversations with her. Nah, I'm gonna give her a new voice. Think. I, Ushiyumiya Ava, will definitely become the head of the Ushiyumiya family, and I'll triumph over that irritating, arrogant Kraus. On that day, we promise to do our best together to achieve that.
It's
That's
crazy.
right,
It's crazy how when she got older, her voice just got higher. But like when she was a kid, it was so deep.
Dude, what the fuck? Dude, maybe this is why nobody likes her. Because of her voice. Maybe. That's right. We promised on that day. I promised that I would become the successor to the Ushiyumiya headship. On that day, when I had been overcome with sadness, wondering why I was even alive, you appeared from inside me and lent me your strength. Father didn't accept me. I wanted to teach Nissan a lesson. I believed that doing this would let me say goodbye to the wretched creature I once was. For a time, I truly believed that my life had no purpose other than to be looked down upon by Nissan. It's painful just to remember those days. They're a wound, a crack inside my heart. She taught me how to sew up that wound. I turned my anger into effort and improved myself. Trying to become a person more worthy of the headship than Kraus was. Trying to triumph over him by making Father accept me. It was my perfect revenge. I was vaguely aware that a woman couldn't possibly become the family head. But I thought that maybe, if I could prove myself valuable enough to overturn that premise, then surely even Father would select me to be his successor. My fucking throat, dude. Ow. If that happened, then I'd be able to have the greatest and most perfect revenge against Nissan, who always acted like his succession to the headship was completely inevitable. I would crush his balls underneath my foot. Squish. That's right. If we can manage that, the wounds in our heart will be healed. We promised each other to do our best until that day comes.
This reminds me of the first Spider-Man movie when Norman Osborn is talking to his Green Goblin mask.
Maybe. Sure. Weird, dude. And now you're saying you're going to break that promise?
This is still young Ava, isn't it?
Damn. And now you're saying you're going to break that promise. Scum. Coward. If only you'd just give up and die. Even though she looked at me as a kid, she was still another me. Her tongue was sharp because it was mine. It makes me pretty mad hearing that, even from myself. You have no right to speak to me like that. Then let's use that anger to fuel our learning. Changing anger into power is magic, is my magic. I've saved you from a bunch of tight spots with that power, letting you succeed when you shouldn't have. As long as you have my magic, there's nothing you can't do. That's how they transfer knowledge into power. With effort. That's right. Anger has always been my driving force. I wonder when it was I forgot that. If you can remember me again, then magic will become ours once more. Come, let's turn our anger into power and study even more harder, okay? I know that we've still got a lot to learn. Let's go to college, study more and more, get excellent grades, and drive Kraus into a corner. That guy acts like we're nothing, but I'm sure he feels pretty well cornered on the inside. If only he'd just learn his place and die. If he did, we could become the head. Rudolph won't take the job. That kid can't go against us. Stop that. No matter how much more I study, Father still won't accept me. Why not? Father told me to be womanly because I'm a woman. No matter how hard I try, Father would not pass the headship onto me. Even if I had been born before Nissan. No matter how much effort I put in, I can't become anything more than a woman. I won't be acknowledged. Nissan doesn't try at all, but I can't surpass him. He'll look down on me forever. Father Kraus are the worst kind of male supremacists. If only they just die. She cursed them for my sake. Words that I couldn't say so easily, she said for me. Even though I understand that she's just another part of myself inside of me, I feel like she's the only ally I have who can sympathize with me. That's called a defense mechanism.
Yeah.
However, while sympathy might do a lot to calm my heart, I won't do anything to improve my current situation. In the end, she can only console me for however long it takes me to be dejected by reality before I finally accept it. Thank you. You've done enough. Now that it's come to this, I've become such a good lady that it'll even shock Father. I'll find an excellent man that Nissan can't even compare to. You can't do that. Why not? She rejected my timid thoughts. I understand. Because she is me. I understand. All Father said was that he wouldn't let a woman succeed the headship now. But even that's just a rule Father made up. Since he made it, he can get rid of it. So, let's force him to change it. Human feelings can change far more often than the number of sand grains on a beach. Kraus is such a stupid man that Father's eventually can realize it, even if we don't prove it for him. When that happens, the wall that separates man from woman will be demolished by Father himself, who set it up in the first place. That day will surely come. How can you be so sure? Because that's my magic. Magic. If you just believe, this magic will surely summon a miracle. The basis of my magic is nothing more than your believing heart. If I use this magic, then surely I'll never have to doubt until the day I die. That I'll eventually become the head. But I don't know if that's the right thing for Ushiyumiya Eva. Maybe I should aim to become the kind of lady Father wants. Someone who can proudly participate in high society. And if I'm reborn, maybe Father will change his opinion of me. Maybe I can find my own lifestyle, just as Nissan has found his. And anyway, I just can't imagine my stubborn father choosing a woman like me as the head. Especially if it means skipping over Kraus.
Kill Kraus.
Kill Kraus. Kill Kraus. I was just repeating in her subconscious all the time. I was just thinking, maybe I can't succeed the headship, but as a woman I can have a child and Nissan still isn't engaged. If Nissan isn't able to father a child and I give birth to one, then wouldn't that make my child the next head after Nissan? In other words, wouldn't that mean the same thing as stealing the headship from Nissan?
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. True, it'll be very sad to abandon the resolve I've had since childhood. It pains my heart to betray you, my younger self. But this is my utmost realistic option.
Are you throwing away your dreams? And me as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm not throwing anything away. I'm an adult, and the day has come for me to part ways with you.
That's right. Ava's already become an adult. She's even forgotten how to use magic. And now she's the mother of a single child. She forgot all about how magic can grant one's own dreams. And now she's forcing those dreams onto her son. Even though father and Kraus ruined your life, you're trying to push your dreams onto your son. Ruining his life. Is that what you can call being an adult? It's like the moms who make their little girls go into beauty pageants because they're fat and ugly.
George is a son I'm proud of, one who won't embarrass himself no matter where he goes. The dream I wasn't granted might come true for George. Jessica's a delinquent in both her grades and her behavior, and she's a woman. If only Jessica would step down, George would become the heir. Even saying it was painful. Am I just forcing my own regrets onto George? It's not like I have any right to look on Jessica with scorn. Wasn't that just horrible for hitting her with the same words that had cursed me, caused me so much suffering? I understand. The desire to triumph over my brother is part of my own personal revenge. I can't use George for that. So I'll take revenge on myself. I have a plan to cheat Nissan out of some of his money, with Rudolph and Rose as my allies. I'll surely be able to get back at them. In any case, I'm sure that Nissan is embezzling father's assets.
What a boring plan. Why don't you just give up on that and cry yourself to sleep?
No. Poor
We will
Ava.
become...
Poor Ava.
Poor Ava.
Well, I mean, this is her. Can't forget that. This is her having a conversation with herself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
We will become the Ushimi family head. Don't mistake what your dream is. And believe me when I say it'll definitely come true. Believe in my magic.
If I believe, I wonder if any power will dwell in that magic.
It will. My magic can grant any wish with certainty.
I'll believe, so create a miracle with that magic. If you don't, then the hole in my heart will never heal.
Okay, then listen well. Listen to my magic words. And understand, if we can solve the riddle, we can become the Ushimi family head. So lend me your ears and listen carefully.
Wait, what? They're solving the epitaph.
Behold the Sweetfish River running through my beloved hometown. You who seek the Golden Land, follow its path downstream in search of the key. Etc., etc., etc.
Etc.
What nah? They didn't solve. So Ava now knows the epitaph.
Ava, it looks like we're about to arrive. When Kiwie shook her shoulders, Ava jumped and awoke from her doze.
I'm sorry. I was half asleep.
This is Kiri. Hey.
Yeah, I'm just catching up. Sorry to scare you.
And Ava, you were out cold. Did you get up early this morning? Maybe. I let you all see something embarrassing. I'm sorry. Well, I'd say it's pretty impressive you were relaxed enough to sleep. Ballard kept yelling, "We're gonna fall, we're gonna drown. Can't get bored with this guy around." Hey, that's rhymed. Shut up. All humans have at least one thing they're weak against. Like me and big titty bitches.
Battler and Jessica came in, messing around. Rudolph also made a face as if asking, "Are you okay?"
Get a hold of yourself. When you see Dad and the rest, all that sleepiness will go right out the window. Let's all give it our best, okay? I wonder how he's gonna die.
That's right. We'll have to keep it together, especially this year.
That's it. Let's all tighten our assholes and go.
Yep.
Okay.
Rudolph said these strict words in a small voice that only Ava could hear.
Let's all tighten our assholes and go.
Failure would not be tolerated in this year's family conference. All of their companies were hanging in the balance. Even Rudolph's face looked a little tense. Ava's expression probably looked tense as well.
Mom, I have our luggage. Let's go up onto the deck. Thank you. You really are considerate, George. Why are you thanking me so suddenly? It's not like you, Mother. It's not like you, Mother.
Ava, George, we're there. Grab our luggage.
Ooh, we're there. We're there. Hey, Maria, stop running or you'll trip.
It seemed Maria was already getting excited. She ran circles around Hideyoshi, escaping from Woza, who was trying to catch her.
What is it, Mother? Do you feel sick?
George, take our luggage and go on ahead. Your mother's probably feeling anemic, so I'll lend her a hand.
Really? Okay, I'll let out first.
Something odd in Ava's expression told Hideyoshi that it hadn't been a pleasant awakening, so he made George go on ahead.
Oh, so that was all a dream.
Yeah. Yeah. Rudolph's family and Woza's family also went up onto the deck, leaving only Ava and Hideyoshi inside the boat. Ava had a vague expression on her face, as though she still hadn't been able to escape from her daydream.
What's wrong? Why the meek face?
I wonder if I'm using George as a tool for my own revenge. I wonder if my childish hostility towards Nissan has caused me to treat that child's life like a toy. What have I done? What have I done?
That isn't true. George is a wonderful son, and he'll always perform admirably wherever he goes. Ava, even if you let your own hopes get in the way a bit, everything turned out okay in the end, hasn't it? You haven't done anything wrong. In fact, George is grateful for the strict discipline you gave him, right?
Really? Hey, really? George doesn't think I'm a terrible mother, does he? Does he?
Yes, he does.
No!
He's never said anything like that, not even once.
But
You're
I'm a good mother.
You're just worrying too much. Hideyoshi! Everyone has left the boat. Oh, did you lose something? Do you need a hand?
Kumasawa had come to check on them when they hadn't gone up onto the deck. Hideyoshi hid Ava behind his back so that her expression wouldn't be seen.
Yeah, sorry. My necktie pin just got a bit crooked. We're fine, and we'll be out in a sec. Wait outside for us. Is that so? Oh ho ho! Then I will wait outside.
Even though she didn't really understand, Kumasawa realized that something had come up and disappeared so that she didn't trouble them further. If they stayed here any longer, they would probably make everyone else worry too.
It's about time to go. We'll make George and the rest worry.
George really doesn't despise me.
Yeah, nothing of the sort. In fact, he's very grateful. Did you have a nightmare again? ...
Yes.
Hideyoshi knew that Ava was often tormented by nightmares, and they always grew more marked on the days leading up to the family conference. Hideyoshi knew that Ava's relationship with Klaus was still full of antagonism to the point of being traumatic, and that she still couldn't let go of the feelings she'd had as a child. That was a dream. I'm with you now. If I grasp your hand like this, that dream will go away. Right? Look, I'm holding tight.
That hurts. Thank you. I'm fine now. Let's get off the boat. Fuck this place.
Yeah. Let's get off the boat. Everyone's waiting for us.
I'm sorry.
Hmm?
I'm sorry that I yelled at you about the smoke from your cigarettes just now.
Come on, you normally wouldn't apologize for that sort of thing. You're all frail after having that dream. Don't worry about it. I was wrong for not realizing that the smoke was affecting you.
Have you started to hate me?
No way, wahahaha. If I hated you after something like that, we wouldn't have lasted 3 days. Come on, stand up. Let's get off the boat. Hideyoshi, Ava, is everything all right? Are you not feeling well?
Get the fuck out of here, Goda.
This time it was Goda. It looked like they'd kept everyone waiting too long after all. Even Ava had to stand up without grumbling now. She had to stop forcing her bad mood onto her husband and causing him any more trouble, because that wasn't something a good wife would do. Is everything okay? If it's a matter concerning your health, shall I call Dr. Angel?
Thanks, but I'm just feeling a little anemic. I'm fine now. What does anemic even mean, dude?
I don't know.
Like low blood sugar?
It's a woman's disease. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, dude. Bringing that again. Bringing that up again. Come on, don't say stuff like that in front of people. It's embarrassing.
Oh, sorry. Ava elbowed Hideyoshi in the gut. By that time, her normal expression had returned, which allowed Hideyoshi to relax a little.
Well, he was actually on the ground because her elbow was super fucking hard.
Yeah.
Knocked the wind out of him. Whoa, boat time.
The bright sunlight outside almost made her feel dizzy. A small plank for getting off the boat was lowered, and Goda was waiting there, smiling and ready to lend them a hand. Weddy. Please, Ava, your hand.
Thank you.
Welcome to Rockinjima!
Wow.
Achievement unlocked. Welcome to Rockinjima, Island of the Witch. Welcome back.
Sweet.
Oh, I think that was young Ava who said welcome back there.
Ah, well. Doesn't matter.
Who's this?
Ava. Huh?
Okay. When she left the boat, it seemed to Ava as though she'd heard the voice of her young self. No, it hadn't seemed that way. Someone had told her, welcome back.
Yeah, it was yourself.
After becoming a shameless adult, the voice of her young self was distant.
What am I living for? What can I do to release myself from this obsession?
Hideyoshi heard her talking to herself. When Hideyoshi held on tightly to Ava's shoulders,
His firmness alone told her that there was no need to say any more. Maybe it was because the typhoon was getting closer. The lively cries of the seagulls, which usually greeted them when they arrived, couldn't be heard at all.
Wow.
Ugh.
That was an hour and 30 minutes.
Yeah,
That's long.
but they got to the island way quicker than in any of the others.
Yeah, that's true. Whoa. Now it's 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There was
So
also...
normal clocks go, instead of by 10s, it goes by 5s.
Yeah, it goes by 5s.
Yeah. I like the 5s.
Yeah.
Because then it's more exact.
Um,
But I guess it doesn't really matter with this.
yeah.
Save. Right here. Holy shit. Episode 3, Banquet of the Golden Witch. That's pretty epic, dude.
Where does it say that?
When I save.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I wonder who's written this one.
Battler.
No, Balor already wrote the first one, I think.
Oh, shit. Remember in the first episode when the kids went to the beach?
Yeah.
We're at this scene already. This is the scene. They're at the beach again.
Oh shit.
see how
Okay, so
quickly
they're
this
gonna
is
be
going?
talking about. It's gonna be a repeat of what they said the first episode. It's like, oh shit. Okay, so here's the fucking location of where it is.
Oh yeah,
physically.
this episode, there aren't too many hints. There's like 0 hints for the epitaph. There's one really big hint for the epitaph in episode 2, but it's easily missed. And there's like the conversation that the kids have at the beginning in episode 1, but episode 3 is full of epitaph stuff.
Cool.
That's how people solve it in episode 3.
Yeah, I'll solve it. I'll solve it right now. What you mean 6 years ago? That's obviously answer number 1. Related to Balor being gone for 6 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, that's what they have to have.
Well, come back later. And
Yeah.
the next episode will be up.
Yeah, this is what. Yeah, see ya. Bye.
Yeah.
Fuck off. See ya.